Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Today we are checking out yet another colorway of the Yeezy Boost 350v2, and this time it comes in the colorway called Cinder, released just last Saturday, the 21st of March. Without further ado, let's check it out. Alright, so first things first, you guys might have seen in the title there's no on foot of this particular shoe, unfortunately, and that's purely just because I couldn't get my own size in the shoe. I only got a really big pair and they're just going to look ridiculous on foot. So I thought I'd just grab them anyway here to show you guys on Sneaker Stories. In essence, it's just another 350v2, however there are some minor changes to it, and I feel like Adidas is just doing that right now just to create like more talkability and desirability, that they're slightly different to previous 350v2s. But the colorway itself, the Cinder, is really nice in hand. The upper material over here, although it might look black, maybe in this video or at least in photos, it's actually got quite a bit of gray and brown tinge to that as well. Very soft, and they have made one small little change as I mentioned, and that's specifically with the central stitch line in the toe box over here and the heel section of the shoe as well. So I'm going to start there just because it is a little different on the shoe, whether that's just done here purely for people just to talk about it and make it more desirable, I don't know. But it's pretty neat. You'll notice you've just got clean stitch lines going straight up. I'm going to bring out the Desert Sage here, which was the last release where they completely hid that. So they did the stitching underneath the upper of the shoe there. And then obviously from the OG as well, where they had the cross stitch over there. That's just, you know, it's a very small change, but something, you know, maybe people will appreciate or talk about because they make it slightly different. From a lacing perspective, they've just included the same tonal color laces here in the rope lace. You also do have a pull tab here on the back of the shoe. Obviously that was left out on the Sage, and that seems to be happening quite often these days. As I've said in previous reviews, I do prefer the look of the silhouette without that heel tab on the shoe, or the pull tab at least. But yeah, it's back on it. I mean, it's really much of a muchness. Now from a midsole coloration point of view, something I would have liked to have seen on the shoe is just that gradient semi-translucent midsole coloring. It's just a solid gray color for the majority of this, but then underneath on the outsole you do have a dark brown color. It's not really a gum color, it's got a little bit more green and browny tinge to it than what you would normally have in a gum. Then you've obviously got this yellow highlighting over here, just breaking up that color with the Boost branding on it in the heel section of the shoe. Naturally, with the brown color, it will wrap up into the midsole of the shoe, so you do have a break in color there. It's something that I've always actually quite liked with 350v2s. It just basically adds a little bit of color or flair to the particular pair. The translucent stripe over the side of the shoe over here is not a reflective version like we saw with the Sage over there. There are of course rumors of a reflective version of this shoe releasing at some stage, whether that's a shock drop or something like that. I do not know if we're going to get that here in South Africa. I know Yeezy Mafia has been posting photos of a reflective version of the shoe, and on StockX there've been 2 or 3 sales of reflective pairs, which are essentially early pairs, I guess. But yeah, there's no real official word yet on the reflective version of this, at least at this time of review. From an insole perspective, they've just got standard black with Adidas Originals and Yeezy branding in the heel section of the shoe, and then the sock liner of the shoe is done in a sort of a lighter gray color, if you guys can see that, also with a little bit of a green tinge in there. But overall speaking, I do think this is a really awesome color to have in your collection if you don't have the triple black version already. I'm not actually too sure which I actually prefer, that one or this one, to be honest. I really do regret letting those go. I just think that they are really nice in hand. And from a pricing perspective, these were the same price as normal 350v2s. Locally speaking, that was 3,499 Rand, and were available at Shelf Life and Adidas via online raffles and online purchases only. I do believe some pairs did actually end up going through to Adidas' store, which I don't think they were supposed to be, at least here in South Africa, but perhaps they had already made their way to the store, so maybe that's why they sold them. But either way, considering where things are at the moment and with potential full lockdowns and all of that kind of stuff on the horizon, I reckon most of these releases are just going to move to online only anyway. Now from a sizing perspective, I obviously don't have my size over here, unfortunately, to really check myself, but from all the other reviews that I've watched, the standard Yeezy sizing of a half size up is generally recommended. Obviously, if you do have an opportunity to try a pair on before, then that's going to be your safest bet. But that is it for this particular shoe. If you guys do have any further questions, please drop them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this down the line. But that's it from me, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.